Hey friends, hello and welcome back. Today we'll talk about body language. So let's first of all understand the definition of the body language. Body language is a set of non-verbal symbols used to communicate effectively. That means body language is extremely helpful in communicating the messages when you're talking to people. Body language includes actions, expressions, and manners. Body language is extremely essential for effective communication. Let's understand how body language is important. Body language makes the communication effective. If you use your body language, the message you communicate reaches the audience perfectly. It helps in guessing the meaning. Body language also helps the listeners in guessing the meaning because listeners can at least interpret the movements of the speaker and guess the meaning. Body language also helps in communicating without words. Sometimes you don't need the words to communicate the messages. Just with the help of your body movements or the movements of the eyes or the movements of your hands, you can communicate the messages. Body language also fills the gap between the speaker and the listener. Sometimes the speaker speaks but listener doesn't understand. With the help of body language, this gap can be bridged. Body language helps in conveying the actual intended meaning. Sometimes the speaker intends to say something and listener may interpret something else. If the speaker uses the body language, it helps the speaker as well as the listener to interpret the proper meaning of what is said. Body language also complements the speech. If you are using right body language, your speech becomes extremely effective. And last but not the least, body language helps in understanding the accent of the speaker. Often it is seen that the accent of the speaker is literally difficult for the listeners to understand. This difficulty can be overcome with the help of body language. The gestures and movements of the speaker can help the listeners to understand what actually is the speaker trying to say. Now let's understand what does the body language include. There are 6 points which are also translated in Marathi on your screen. The first is facial expressions. It's very important to have expressions on your face because your words must match with the expressions on your face, and that makes the communication extremely effective. The second is postures. The posture is the way you stand and sit, how you take the pose. So postures are also important. Right postures communicate a right message. Third is gestures. Gestures are the movements of your body. In fact, the movements of your hands, they are also very important. You wave the hand, you move your hand in certain directions, you lift it to a specific height, and so on and so forth. Fourth is eye contact, and fifth is touch, because touch also communicates a lot. And the last but not the least, number 6 is empathy. You need to be empathetic towards the speaker. Listener needs to be empathetic towards the speaker, as well as speaker also needs to be empathetic towards the listener to communicate properly. So, what does body language include? We have seen 6 points. These 6 points are facial expressions, postures, gestures, eye contact, touch, and empathy. Now let's try to understand what are the positive things and what are the negative things in relation to body language. Positive body language includes nodding. Nodding means moving your head either positively or negatively, like this, in any way. That is called nodding. It shows that you're listening attentively. Second is relaxed eyebrows. These are the eyebrows. Now these eyebrows need to be relaxed. If these are not relaxed, that means you're tense and you're not understanding the things, you're trying to understand them. This is what it signifies. So, relaxed eyebrows is a positive sign. Third is steady eye contact. Eye contact. The speaker must have steady eye contact with the listener. That makes communication really effective. Then, open palms. Sometimes the speaker holds his fists like this. That means he is tense. So speaker shouldn't be tense. Speaker should be free and speaking freely using all his body movements, gestures, eye contact and everything. Head held up. Your head should be held up when you're talking to the people. Drooping shoulders like this. It is a negative sign. held up head is the positive sign. Then firm handshake, shaking hands with the people. So you should shake hands with the people confidently. It shows confidence, and it also shows that you are comfortable with the person you are speaking. Then smiling. Try to keep smile on your face when you're talking to the people, because it creates a positive impact. And open postures. The open postures, I mean, you shouldn't be awkward while talking to the people. Your poses should show that you're comfortable with the people, and it shows friendliness. So these are a few positive signs when you're talking to the people. Remember, what are the positive signs we've seen? We've seen 8 positive signs. They are nodding, relaxed eyebrows, steady eye contact, open palms, head held up, firm handshake, smiling, and open posture. Now let's understand negative body language. Negative body language includes following things. Let's understand them one by one. There are 6. Number 1, tapping the fingers. Tapping the fingers. For example, you are talking to someone, or you are standing on a dais or somewhere. Then if you are talking, you keep on tapping your fingers like this. So tapping fingers is a negative sign. Then fast breathing. If you breathe fast, it shows that you are nervous or you are angry, and that is a barrier to the communication. Then crossed arms. If your arms are crossed, that means you are defensive. You're not comfortable. Then gazing at the floor. Gazing at the floor. If you are continuously looking at the ground and not into the eyes of the speaker or the listener, then it shows that you are not confident. Rather, you are nervous. So that is the sign of nervousness. Then rapid blinking. See, blinking is quite common, but it shouldn't be rapid. It should be steady at times. If you are blinking rapidly, this is blinking. If you are blinking rapidly, it is also a negative sign. And the last one is crossed legs. If your legs are crossed, then it shows that you have the dislike, uneasiness, and anxiety. We've seen negative body language, points related to the negative body language. These are 6 points. What are they? Tapping fingers, fast breathing, crossed arms, gazing at the floor, rapid blinking, and crossed legs. I hope you have understood this video. If you have understood and liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe for the channel if you are new to it, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. Thank you.